Hello everyone, it's Lily. Today I'll be playing this game called Nicole. I kind of found it and thought, oh okay, it's interesting, and I thought while I translate the Japanese games I can kind of play it as a gap fill, I don't know. But anyway, I'll just start because it's the easiest way to find out what it's all about. So because it's an English one, I think I will read out what's going on. I hope that makes sense for people, and if you would prefer that I did not read it out, then please do let me know in the comments. But anyway, there are already tons of people on campus when I arrive. What a cool place. It's busy and loud, but I find that it just makes the atmosphere more exciting in a way. It's nice to know that nothing's different just because I picked a private university to attend. So I think it's kind of about this girl that has started university and, well, we'll find out. Thanks to some help from school, I already have most of my stuff up in my room. The only thing left is a single box, and it's already being hefted awkwardly around in my arms. I really want to look around, but that can wait for later when I have more time. I pick up my stride as I approach the dormitory, weaving past other students as I go. I nearly crash into people more often than I'd like, but I make sure to hastily mumble an apology to each student who has the misfortune of getting in my way. I know I should slow down, but I can't help it. I've been waiting for this for far too long. I worked really hard to get into this university, and now that I'm here, I can hardly believe it. I'm not the only one like this. All around me, I can hear people chattering. My ears prick up at the mention of local restaurants, teachers to avoid, teachers to take, popular media, and a medley of other topics. It's your typical school talk, and as badly as I want to just join in with someone and make some new friends, I have stuff I got to take care of. Man, already with the responsibilities. Soon I'm in one of the halls of the dorm, glancing at each door number I pass to try and find mine. I'm rooming with someone for the year, Chandra Dawn, I think her name was. I don't know all that much about her, but I'm hoping she'll be cool. That is one thing I found interesting about American colleges and universities, the whole roommate thing, because in England you don't, well at least as far as I know, you don't have that. You have your own little room and yeah, you share the kind of floor with other students, but a room must be really weird. In the worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to switch rooms, but best to keep optimistic. I haven't even met her. I gasp as I hit something, or really, someone in the hall. We collide so hard that I nearly drop my box, but the unfortunate soul is knocked down to the ground with a pained breath. Ah, I'm so sorry, are you okay? I clumsily place the box down and offer a hand out. The girl I knocked down rises to her knees, gently massaging her head. Oh, she's pretty and so tan. I'm jealous. I always burn when I try to do that. Girl, I'm fine, thanks. I mustn't have been paying attention. She looks up at me and smiles as she takes my hand and pulls herself up. I don't have a big box blocking my view as an excuse. I still should have tried to watch where I was going. I offer out a hand. I'm Nicole, by the way. My name is Chandra. It's nice to meet you. Wait, did she just say Chandra Dawn? I start to grin as Chandra and I realise at the same time. She points eagerly at me. Nicole, is your last name Grave? Yes, so that makes us roommates. I squeal excitedly while Chandra gives me a much more contained, sheepish smile. Wow, Nicole, it's nice to meet you. Same, except the whole knocking you down thing. Oh, that was an accident, don't worry, I'm not mad. As if to change the subject, Chandra gestures to the side of the hall. I can show you over to our room. I actually have to go and pick some more stuff up, but feel free to place your things wherever. Cool, thanks, Chandra. I pick my box up and follow after Chandra as she leaves me. It is Chandra, right? Was it Chandra? I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Chandra. I pick my box up and follow after Chandra as she leads me down the hall and to the left. The second door from the end turns out to be our room, and I bid her off with a tilt of my head before I head in. Our room's pretty empty, but that's to be expected. I give an awkward attempt at a shrug as I hold the box in my arms. I guess I have the room all to myself for now. I bump the door closed with my butt, then set the box down near where I see my other stuff. I see unfamiliar furnishings at the other side of the room, and I assume those are Chandra's belongings. It's great that she got here around the same time. I like my space and all, but I'm sure I can get lonely with no one around. I have to admit that the room is pretty nice. It's kinda too simple for my tastes, but there's a ton of space for me to put stuff. Yeah, I think I can get used to this room. I give a triumphant smirk as I think of all those people who didn't take me seriously back in high school. A girl like me at a university like this? Everyone thought I was joking when I told them of my first choice school. Some jerks even laughed at the idea. Okay, I mean, I guess I don't seem like the type of girl to be a complete brainiac, but hey, just because I'm smart doesn't mean I can't try to keep up with other things besides my studies. Like clothes. Actually, I wonder if there are any sweet boutiques around here. It doesn't take long to log into my school's connection. Despite all the horror stories I've heard about college internet, is decent, and I start lining up tabs of my favourite websites at the top of my browser. That does remind me that when I started university, there was a conundrum about how to connect to the internet and all of that. Funny memories. Along with that is a tab of my favourite blogging site of all time. The one, the only, Roller. I'm just going to say Roller. I have my music player going too, and I hum along to the beat of one of my favourite bands as I scroll through the seasonal cardigans. While I'm at it, I might as well be productive. I quickly make a new tab and type my university's name in the search bar. Of course, the first hit would be my school's website. Gross. I really don't want to think about classes just yet. I scroll past it to look at the other choices. Boring. Oh hey, a school newspaper? That sounds cool. And I figure maybe it has some info on any events happening at the start of the school year. Unfortunately, besides a recap on orientation, which I really do not want to remember ever, there isn't much to read. Oh, hold the phone. Whoa, what's this? Multiple disappearance mystery continues? Even as I read the title of the article aloud, I can't believe this. It sounds like some silly rumour the upperclassmen made up to scare us freshmen. Strangely enough, it seems credible, and the author even has sources and official statements from the police and everything. How weird. 3 victims so far. Each girl went missing for around a few days before being found unconscious somewhere in town, unable to remember a thing. And it looks like each victim transferred out afterwards. I stopped scrolling for a moment as I feel a chill run up my spine. That's so spooky, I don't get it. Can something like that really be happening? Am I missing something? I absent-mindedly twirl a strand of my hair around my fingers as I continue. This is actually kind of weird, and the police think that this is all the work of some mysterious abductor. I finished the article soon after, but the details I read continue to stay in my mind. People going missing isn't just something you can ignore. Why isn't this school doing more? Why does no one seem to care that much? Well, that's an easy answer. This is all scary as heck, plus it's way easier to leave things to the police. Yeah, I just gotta leave it to the police, be a little careful, watch myself at night, and most importantly, study. I keep my face straight for a mere second before bursting out into laughter. Or maybe I can buy this striped cardigan as my own start of the new semester present. I click out of the news tab and get started on my favourite hobby, online shopping. This isn't the time to get gloomy. I have a whole year ahead of me, and maybe things aren't going to be as picture perfect as the college brochures want me to believe, but I figure nothing is ever as it really seems at first glance. Hey, if anyone knows that, it's me. Oh yeah, okay, so what I plan on doing is I'm going to go with, wait, this is really confusing. Okay, so do I is it the orange that's I'm gonna go for the stat raising, and if it gets boring I will switch to visual novel mode. At least that was the plan. Yeah, okay, so orange is when it's selected it. Okay, that was confusing. So okay. Cool. So let's decide on where to go. So if I were to first go to uni, I would probably go to the campus first, so I'll do that. Oh. Okay, so it describes everything. So this one, if you go to cafeteria, you will drink something, okay, and socialise with people. Campus is sort of socialising and also asking about disappearances. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Extra classes, oh my gosh, imagine already. Search through old newspapers. Cheerleader. The perfect place to relax yourself, do some physical exercise, observe people inside. So this way you get some exercise in there and relax, observe people. So that's 4, but okay, do homework, tell you. Okay, what shall we do? I'm gonna socialise with people. I'm gonna go into campus. That only seems normal, doesn't it? So I'll socialise. Okay. My friends are the best. They always know how to make me laugh. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so in the evening your choices kind of change. In which case... well, if we're talking nighttime, we might as well go to movie theatre. So I'm going to leave all the examining to another time and do the fun stuff. Okay, well, I guess I'll examine night activities then. Ooh, got clues. Oh, but your morale goes down. So I didn't run into anyone like I knew, but I learned more about the usual nightlife. Now I can point out any oddities in a flash. Oh, okay. Another day has ended. Please review the progress summary, then advance the next day. So I guess you kind of see what you've been doing. Okay, well that's that. Gifts are a good way to increase a relationship quickly with character. Be careful though, there are only 5 gifts that each boy will like, so if you pick the wrong combination you'll waste your money. I wonder who to go for. This isn't going as well as I thought it would. I take another look at the campus map I have pulled up on my phone, double checking to make sure I'm in the right area. Yeah, I totally am. I mean, I think I am. I have no clue. Ugh, getting to places is hard. I'm trying to find the building where my bio class is going to be held. I found my other 3 classes no problem, so I have no idea why I've suddenly lost all sense of direction. I think I've been wandering around for like 20 minutes. It feels like it's been longer than that, to be honest. Whatever, I give up. I'm just going to head back to the dorm and ask Chandra if she knows. Wait, which way's the dorm again? Oh my gosh, she's got lost already. This is so bad. Why does the biology department have to have such a confusing building layout? I'm going to be stuck here five ever, did she say? And I'll never find my biology class, and I'm going to flunk out of school and become that old lady who lives with 1,000,000 cats for the rest of my life. What is she on about? I don't even like cats that much. I'm right in the middle of my mental breakdown when I hear someone call out to me. Hey, you there. I see a guy approaching. He looks older than I am, with chestnut brown hair combed neatly into place. His dark brown eyes meet mine warmly, and he gives me a friendly smile before he begins talking. Ooh, he's cute. I think he's cute. But anyway. I'm not trying to be rude, but this has to be the third time I've seen you walk by today. Huh? What? I hold a hand to my face, embarrassed. What? You mean people have seen me wandering around like an idiot? The guy chuckles and holds his hand out to try and console me. Please, relax. I'm sure it was only me. Classes haven't started just yet, so there aren't too many people around. I'm Jeff. He's called Jeff. Sorry, but that name is such a... I don't know. Anyway, I'm Jeff. I'm a second year here. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that you're a first year. My shoulders sag. I bet it was pretty obvious. Yeah, you're right. I'm Nicole. I hold out my phone so Jeff can take a look at the school map. I'm trying to get to this building here. See, it's where my bio class is going to be. I want to make sure I don't waste time trying to find it on the first day. Can you imagine if I hadn't done this first? I probably wouldn't have even made it to class in time. Jeff tucks the side of his finger between his lips as he hums in thought. Ah, you're looking for the science lecture hall. That's a staple for life science majors. Everyone takes a class here at least once. I'm surprised you didn't know about it. They didn't show you the building when you toured the school for orientation. It's a big deal in this department. Really? Oh, sorry. I should have been more clear. I'm not a life science major. Pre-law, actually. They only gave us a tour of the law school. Jeff lets out a low whistle. So you're the exact opposite of life sciences. Ha, taking a class for the GE? I want to make sure I cover all my bases. I wouldn't want to accidentally miss a requirement. Ouch, that wouldn't be good. That's rather prepared of you, Nicole. I'm jealous. I wish I was like you last year. Well, you know, just trying to start the game off right. I'm getting a good feeling about this Jeff guy. He's nice, polite, and without him, I'd probably still be lost with no idea where to go. Who knows, this Jeff guy might be the weird person. We shall find out. Technically, I still am right now, but... Hey Jeff, could you do me a huge favour? I place my hands together pleadingly, but Jeff waves away my gesture. You don't have to say it. You need someone to show you to the lecture hall, right? Well, you've come to the right place. If there's anything I can do, it's lead the way. I know how hard the first year can be. Getting used to a new place can be quite the challenge. He starts to walk and gestures for me to follow after him. I skip over to his side, listening to Jeff as he goes on. You should be fine though. If you remember where the landmarks are, like the library or the cafeteria, you'll make your way around campus easy enough. Jeff speaks so assuredly that I start to find confidence in his words. I'm really lucky to have bumped into him. Maybe he can show me the ropes to this place. For now, he just shows me the route to the lecture hall, making small talk along the way. It's pleasant, nothing too gripping. He just asks questions about where I'm staying, what other classes I'm taking, the basics. When we eventually reach the lecture hall, I can barely believe it. I know I passed by this area at least once. Man, I was so close and I didn't even realize. Something tells me this area isn't as new as you thought it would be. Jeff covers his mouth politely as he chuckled at my expense. I don't really mind. I would do the same thing to anyone else. I totally walked past this place. Ugh, at least I know where it is now. Thanks, Jeff. I totally owe you one. It wasn't any trouble. I couldn't leave you wandering alone like that. Jeff leans forward excitedly and gestures over to the doors. Want to head in and check it out? It's nothing revolutionary, but I personally think the inside is very snazzy. Did he really say snazzy? Is he supposed to be like... Anyway, I don't know. I don't know why, but I get this impression that he's English for some reason. I don't know why. He seems so excited by the idea that I'm drawn in as well, and I agree that taking a look inside wouldn't hurt. Jeff's right when he says the inside isn't anything special, but I have to admit that it's a nicely made building. I think it's because it's so modern. The seats don't look creaky, and the flooring looks presentable. What do you think? A great place to learn, right? I guess it's not like I'm going to pay attention to whether the walls match the carpet during class. Very true. At least I hope you don't. Not if it's going to distract you from the teacher. Jeff thoughtfully rubs his chin. Say, what class are you taking? And with whom? Is it just me, or does he sound really old-fashioned? Like, I think he sounds so old-fashioned. I tell him the name of my class and the person teaching it. It's lucky I was able to remember that from the top of my head. So the bio class for non-bio majors. I should have known. I actually work in your professor's lab. Oh, like an internship? It's common to do after your first year. Your professor is a nice fellow, not too difficult, as long as you do the work and do your best to understand. Then again, what professor isn't like that? Jeff laughs at his own joke. He sure sounds like he's had a lot of experience around here. It makes me feel like such a noob. Do you mind if I ask you what your major is, Jeff? I don't think you ever told me. Me? I don't mind at all. I'm a pharmacology major here. That's like medicine and all that jazz, right? A beat passes. I look at Jeff to see if anything's the matter, and I see him smiling at me, but the corner of his mouth is twitching ever so slightly. Around those lines, yes. Though it's more about biology and how drugs affect this biology than medicine and all that jazz. Another bout of forced laughter follows after that. Did I touch a nerve? Nah, I must be imagining it. But, pharmacology seems like the type of study that's super complicated. Okay. Do I go for it sounds interesting or it sounds hard? Is there a way to, like, save? Oh god, no, that's to go next. Nope. Oh well, I'll go for it sounds interesting. Pharmacology must be interesting. I don't know very much about it, but I can tell there's a lot to it. Okay, that's good. I guess. There's certainly a lot to it. Drugs get a bad rep, but they have unlimited potential. You wouldn't believe the effects they can have on the human body. You'd be amazed. Jeff animatedly gestures as he goes, and I can tell this is something he's super passionate about. It's nice to see that in someone. So, when you're done with school, do you want to be a pharmacist? Jeff pauses. Something like that. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know how it is. Yeah, I hear you. I know I want to go into law, but there's so much I can do with it. I figure something will come to me during my 4 years here. You could always switch your major to pharmacology, like mine. I quirk an eyebrow and give Jeff the side eye. Science isn't really my thing. I mean, it's cool, like I said, but I don't know if I'd want to make a career out of it. But you said you thought it seemed interesting. You're contradicting yourself. He sounds so pompous. Jeff furrows his eyebrows and glowers at me. Is he pissed at me? I know he's telling the truth, but it's not like I made some lifetime commitment. Only kidding, of course. Jeff's face relaxes back into its congenial smile. I blink a few times, thoroughly fazed. Kidding? Oh, you mean all that stuff about me switching my major? Yes, that's it. Why would I force you to do something you don't want to do? That wouldn't be very nice of me. You're right. Yeah, you really had me going. Man, I thought he was way serious the entire time. Anyway, I think we've stayed here long enough, don't you think? Let me lead you back to your dorm. You don't have to do all that for my sake. I can manage. Are you sure? No, not really. Jeff laughs in face of how blunt I am, and I grin sheepishly in response. Seriously, if it's gonna be out of your way, I'll be fine. I don't want to bother you. Nicole, trust me, I'm not a bother. It's not a bother, even. Jeff winks as he holds the door open for me. Let's go, I'll show you a shortcut. Reluctantly, I smile and head out the open door. I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but I feel bad for dragging Jeff into helping me like this. I'm sure he has better stuff to do than lead some girl around. However, true to his word, Jeff shows me how to get from the lecture hall all the way back to the dorm, and it's shorter than I thought. Man, I must have wasted so much time. And voila, here we are. Jeff sweeps an arm behind him and gestures at my dorm building like it's an amusement park attraction. Thank you so much, Jeff. That was some shortcut. When it comes to the life sciences department, I know all there is. I'm usually around those parts, so if you ever see me, don't be afraid to say hi. There's something I need to take care of, so I'm off for now. It was certainly a pleasure meeting you, Nicole. Same to you, Jeff. Thanks again. See you. I wave goodbye to Jeff until he's long gone, then turn on my heel back into my dorm. Man, meeting him was such a lucky break. I can already tell he's an awesome guy, and who knows, maybe I'll run into him again sometime soon. Okay, I think I'll leave it there, so that this one's kind of like we met Jeff, and the next one will be we met one of the other guys. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Do remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!